Welcome to the Daily Current Affairs by CivicCentre IAS, where we try to discuss the important articles from the Hindu, the Indian Express and the PIB from the UPSC CSC Prelims perspective. Displayed are the list of articles which we are going to discuss in today's video. The first article of the day says that the International Monetary Fund IMF maintained its June growth rate predictions for India in its latest World Economic Outlook released on Tuesday to kick off the World Bank and IMF annual meetings in Washington. Furthermore, the multilateral lender expected India to grow at 7% in the current fiscal year ending 31st March of 2025 and 6.5% in the next fiscal year, which is the financial year 2025 and 26. World output was expected to grow at 3.2% in 2024 as well as in 2025. In this context, let us talk about the International Monetary Fund IMF. See, the IMF works to achieve sustainable growth and prosperity for its 191 member countries by promoting financial stability, monetary cooperation, and sound economic policies. Significantly, it aims to increase the productivity, create jobs, and enhance economic well-being. Furthermore, the organization is governed by and accountable to its member countries. Now, what are the key missions of the IMF? See, firstly, it fosters collaboration between the countries to ensure global financial stability. Secondly, it promotes policies that encourage global trade and economic development. Thirdly, it advises against policies that may hinder global prosperity. Then, what about the functions of the IMF? See, firstly, the IMF monitors economic and financial developments, providing member countries with recommendations to maintain stability and enable sustainable growth. For this, it conducts ongoing policy dialogues and assesses global and regional financial developments. Secondly, the IMF provides loans and concessional financial assistance to member countries facing balance of payments crisis, ensuring financial stability and aiding in economic recovery. Thirdly, the IMF offers technical assistance and training to government officials to help improve economic institutions and policies covering areas like taxation, expenditure management, financial supervision, and legislative frameworks. Then, for the financial assistance during the COVID-19 pandemic, the IMF increased the access to funds and extended zero interest rates on concessional loans. So, it provided emergency financing at zero interest, addressing the economic shocks caused by the pandemic. Then we have special drawing rights, which are international reserve assets issued by the IMF to supplement a member country's reserves. Know that the total allocation stands at about 204.2 billion, which members can voluntarily exchange for currencies. For further information about the IMF, you can check the notes posted on our Telegram channel. The second article of the day says that India and Pakistan agreed to renew their agreement to operate the Kartarpur Corridor to facilitate pilgrims from India to visit Kartarpur Sahib Gurudwara for another 5 years on Tuesday. Know that the renewal of the project, originally proposed during the tenure of the former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan as a confidence building measure, has weathered the sharp downturn in the relations between India and Pakistan. In this context, let us talk about the Kartarpur Corridor overview. See, the Kartarpur Corridor is a visa-free border crossing India and Pakistan, allowing Indian pilgrims to visit the Gurudwara Darbar Sahib in Kartarpur of Pakistan without needing a visa. Significantly, it connects the border with India to the Gurudwara, which is approximately 4.7 km from India-Pakistan border. Furthermore, the corridor holds immense religious significance, particularly for Sikhs, as it facilitates access to one of the holiest sites. If you have to look at their historical background, see, the idea of the corridor was first discussed in the year 1999 by the Indian Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee and the Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. So, the foundation stone for the corridor was laid on November 26th of 2018 on the Indian side and November 28th of 2018 on the Pakistan side. Then the corridor was completed and officially opened on November 12th of 2019, coinciding with the 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak, who is the founder of the Sikhism. Now, what is the religious significance of it? See, Kartarpur was founded by Guru Nanak in 1504 and he lived there until his death in 1539. Know that the Dera Baba Nanak Gurudwara, established near Ravi River, commemorates his life and teachings. Notably, the corridor allows Sikhs from India to visit the site without the need for a visa, which was a long-standing demand from the community due to the spiritual significance of the Kartarpur. Then, why was the conjunction broken? See, after the partition of India in 1947, Kartarpur fell within the Pakistan's borders. So initially Sikhs could informally visit Gurudwara by crossing the Jassar Bridge, but the bridge was destroyed during the Indo-Pak War of 1965. Decades later, leaders of the India and Pakistan agreed to construct the Kartarpur Corridor to restore the easy access for Indian Sikh pilgrims. Lastly, what do you think is the importance of the India-Pakistan relations? See, the Kartarpur Corridor symbolizes a rare moment of cooperation between India and Pakistan, which are the two countries with a complex and often tense relationship. Furthermore, it allows the religious devotees to reconnect with a significant historical and spiritual site while promoting people-to-people ties despite political differences. The next article says that India's fourth nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarine, in short called the SSBN, referred to as S4, was launched into water at the shipbuilding center in Visakhapatnam last week. Significantly, this submarine is bigger and more capable than the first INS Arihant S2, which is essentially a technology demonstrator developed under the Advanced Technology-Vizag program. In this context, let us talk about the India's fourth nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarine, in short called the SSBN or the S4. See, India launched the fourth SSBN S4 into the water on October 16th of 2024 at the shipbuilding center in Visakhapatnam. Notably, this marks a significant advancement in India's nuclear deterrence capabilities following the successful induction of the previous SSBNs under the Advanced Technology-Vizag program. If we look at the key details, see, S4 is larger and more capable than the first SSBN, INS Arihant S2, which was developed as a technology demonstrator. Significantly, Indian industry has been extensively involved in the development of S4. Notably, S4 has an improved reactor compared to the earlier SSBNs, INS Arihant and INS Arighat, which is the S3. Also, the submarine is designed to carry K4 submarine-launched ballistic missiles with a range of 3,500 kilometers, which is a critical element of India's nuclear deterrence. Then, if we look at the India's SSBN fleet, firstly INS Arihant S2 was commissioned in August 2016. Know that it was powered by an 83 megawatt pressurized light water reactor. Furthermore, it was armed with K-15 SLBMs with a range of 750 kilometers. Then INS Arighat S3 commissioned in August 2024, which had similar dimensions and reactor as INS Arihant but with several technological upgrades. Then the INS Aridman S4 currently undergoing sea trials and expected to be commissioned next year. Lastly, S4, which was launched into water in October 2024 and features enhanced capabilities including an improved reactor and greater missile carrying capacity. The next article says that the newly appointed chairperson of the National Commission for Women, Vijaya Rahatkar, took charge on Tuesday, promising to keep pushing forward on gender rights. She is the 9th chairperson of the National Commission for Women and succeeds Rekha Sharma. In this context, let us talk about the National Commission for Women. See, the National Commission for Women was set up as a statutory body in January 1992 under the National Commission for Women Act of 1990 by the Government of India. Significantly, it serves as a watchdog to safeguard women's rights and promote their welfare across the country. Now, talking about the functions of the NCW. Firstly, the NCW reviews and monitors the legal and constitutional protections provided to women. Secondly, it proposes remedial legislative measures to address gaps in laws affecting the women's rights. Thirdly, it assists the women in seeking justice by addressing their complaints and grievances. Lastly, it provides expert advice to the Government of India on all policy issues impacting women. Now, moving on to look at the structure of the commission. See, under the section 3 of the National Commission for Women Act of 1990, the commission consists of a chairperson who is to be nominated by the central government and the chairperson must be committed to the cause of women. Then there are 5 members which are to be nominated by the government. Members are chosen for their experience in fields such as law, legislation, trade unionism, industry, women rights, administration, economic development, health, education, and social welfare. Furthermore, at least 1 member must be from the scheduled castes and 1 from the scheduled tribes. Then a member secretary who is nominated by the central government. The member secretary must either be an expert in management or sociological movements or an officer from the civil services of the union with relevant experience. The next article says that the key benchmark equity market indices on Tuesday fell over 1% on account of the selling pressure from the foreign portfolio investors and local traders. Furthermore, the sell-off was broad-based and small cap and mid-cap stocks bore the maximum brunt according to the analysts. In this context, let us talk about the foreign portfolio investors. See, the foreign portfolio investment refers to the purchase and holding of a wide array of foreign financial assets by investors seeking to invest in a country outside their own. Some of the examples of FPIs include stocks, bonds, mutual funds, exchange traded funds, American depository receipts, and global depository receipts. Know that FPI is part of a country's capital account and is shown on the balance of payments. Significantly, FPI generally intends to invest money into the foreign country's stock market to generate a quick return. Know that in India, foreign portfolio investment is regulated by the Securities and Exchange Board of India. Notably, FPI in India refers to the investment groups or the foreign institutional investors and the foreign qualified investors. Now, what drives the flow of FPI into a country? See, the factors such as economic stability, growth prospects, favorable regulatory environments, and attractive returns draw FPIs into a country. But there are risks associated with FPI like currency fluctuations, political instability, different regulatory environments, and economic volatility in the foreign market. Notably, FPI is often referred to as hot money because of its tendency to flee at the first signs of trouble in the economy. Also, remember that the FPI is more liquid, volatile, and therefore riskier than the foreign direct investment. The next article says that Pakistan's Lahore has been declared the most polluted city in the world with a shocking air quality index of 394. We have seen what is air quality index in the very video yesterday. So today we'll be talking about cloud seeding. See, artificial rain, also known as cloud seeding, is a weather modification technique designed to induce or increase the precipitation. Know that it was also used to disperse fog banks in some airports. See, in this method, scientists use aircraft to inject silver iodide, potassium iodide, dry ice, liquid propane, or salts into the clouds to mimic the ice nuclei. Notably, the clouds often lack occurring ice nuclei. So, injecting them with silver iodide particles and other substances increases the number of nuclei leading to rains. Then, how does cloud seeding or artificial rain happen? See, injections of such particles makes clouds more efficient and generating ice crystals that either fall as snowflakes or melt to produce ice drops depending on the temperature in and beneath the cloud. Know that the amount of rain or snow a cloud can produce depends on a balance between the number of ice nuclei inside it and the amount of water available to grow around those nuclei. Now, where is the cloud seeding tested in India? See, IIT Kanpur successfully tested the artificial rain technology over a limited area on its campus. It is also tested by different scientific bodies in water-starved regions of Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh. The last article of the day says that Mission Mausam, launched by the government last month, aims to not just improve weather forecasting in the country, but also manage certain weather events and on demand, enhance or suppress rainfall, hail, fog, and later lightning strikes. For effective weather modification, one of the most important areas is cloud physics, in which India will have to strengthen research. Notably, towards this end, India is establishing a first of its kind cloud chamber at the Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology in Pune. In this context, let us talk about Mission Mausam and the relevant aspects. See, Mission Mausam was launched by the Indian government with the aim of improving weather forecasting and managing specific weather events. Know that the mission focuses on weather modification, including the ability to enhance or suppress rainfall, hail, fog, and potentially lightning strikes on demand. Significantly, a crucial component of the mission is advancing research in cloud physics and establishing a first of its kind convective cloud chamber at the Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology in Pune. Then, what is a cloud chamber? See, a cloud chamber is a cylindrical or tubular device where water vapor, aerosols, and other particles are injected to create controlled cloud formations. Know that this chamber simulates various atmospheric conditions such as humidity and temperature to study cloud development and behavior. Furthermore, the Pune facility will allow scientists to study the particles that form cloud droplets or ice particles, enabling sustained observation and research. What do you think is the importance of the convective cloud chamber? See, the new cloud chamber will be one of the few globally with convection properties suited to study Indian monsoon clouds. Significantly, this chamber will help researchers better understand cloud physics in both normal and extreme conditions, including the formation of the rain droplets and ice particles, interactions between the cloud layers, and the effects of cyclone or low pressure systems on clouds. Furthermore, the insights gained from these studies will be used to enhance strategic weather modification, particularly in relation to the Indian monsoon. Then, what are the research applications? See, scientists at IITM plan to use the cloud chamber to simulate and monitor various cloud conditions by controlling temperature, humidity, and convection. So, over the next 18 to 24 months, the focus will be on developing advanced instrumentation and probes necessary for cloud studies in the chamber. Furthermore, the cloud chamber will also allow for seed particle injections, providing opportunities to test ideas in a controlled environment. So, in this video, we have discussed 7 articles in total from the Hindu and the Indian Express. We'll be back again with another video tomorrow. Thank you.